Dirty bird.
Buck roll.
Not no more. It's shocking. Yeah. I've been feeling how I'm feeling like. Fuck how niggas feeling, I've been waiting my turn. Walking through the pits of hell, still feeling the burn. At 3 in the morning when I'm tossing the turn. Shorty gripping me tight, tell me it'll be alright. I'm gripping the pistol, having visions of death. Yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I'm in the alleys with the scully on tilt. I'm ready to pull this homie, conflicted in heart. Spent too much time in the midst of the dark. I'm itching in this truth just to play my part. On a Saturday in the depths of the dark, where the zombies walk. Times Square, let the scriptures bark, and the generals talk. Fishing for that young man or the princess he called before the reapers involved. Show your chariots, Lord, dead in the middle of their war. Let your trumpets blow, revelation reveal. Let the sky crack wide, show the color of Christ. Let me watch the descent before I enter my chamber. Allow me to enter the chamber. See, the truth is amazing. Hoping, wishing, and praying. I earn my place in the kingdom. Plant my feet on the pavement. Put my brick in them chasing for the crown of this promise. For that crown of this promise.
Right. Sure is.
44.
Sure is. We wait for instructions and orders in these truths, man. Wise man once told me seek counsel. Wise man once told me seek. Never rely on your own understanding. Never rely on your own understanding. It's not. It's UPK, the heart different. Black on black boots ain't forces to walk different. Muscle energy at 1,000 to spark different. And learned about the scriptures from generals taught different. Game bred pit with grip, the bark different. Priests and officers, we captains to talk different. Proper side of the wind, and I endure to the end. Strap, cause niggas rock Christ and ain't nothing to him, but check it. In your city, we them niggas on the corner. And all black changed men that put away the former. We militant, disciplined, as niggas that's in order. We shields swinging off our neck and fringes on the borders. Born rugged in these streets, learned the codes and the politics. And I ain't wait for the Lord, he got me out of it. Hood nigga, hard knock alumni with scholarship. Big Glock was up on my hip, up in them colleges. And you ain't saved if you a Christian and you waiting on it. Heaven not by observation, go and take that moment. Cause your faith is in your work while you debating on it. I'm enduring to the end, this clock ain't got no safety on it.
Sure don't. Can't wait till the Most High come and open these skies up and let Yahweh come down here and bomb these motherfuckers. Bombing all these heathens. Their time is up.
I can't wait, though I feel conflicted. Mind shifted to the point I gotta check my spirit. Eyes lifted to the hills like Yahweh there. So potent, so strong, just feel it in the air. If we don't hearken, as poor judgment would disappear. He's all seeing, all knowing, you don't want to visit. Whether short wave or long range, his aim is vivid. We can't run, can't hide, and come and get us. There's no test, no rest in this war business. I'm on the corner with my brothers and my garment on. Mic in my hand, chanting white man's the devil song. Provoking spirit in my people to get our gather on. Shots fired at hellfire, we get our Bible on. Wanna eat, find the menu in Leviticus. Learn to walk, talk scriptures here, this is how to fish. Hit the ground running hard. We staying on our job cause Babylon is falling. Like the song that we made for y'all. We live and die for this shit. There's no plan B. We the Lord's sheep. The Lord's chosen will never flee. If it's not for the Most High, we would never be.
Never be. Stand the fuck up. Or sit the fuck down. Either you winning or you losing. Either you winning or somebody telling the truth and somebody telling a lie. I'm telling a lie. Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up.
Hey, I don't give a lovely fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a lovely fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm strapped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. And that thing Putin like that, man. Niggas, she know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit till I go make build some business from scratch. See, bitch, in a different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get them racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We stacking up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Those bitches on rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some break off and never take up as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't butt the system. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in the wicked. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, YAHANNA, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Yeah. Okay, I've been in my Bible lately. You understand me? Like, shit crazy out here. World said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. You know, the world said fuck us. Matthew 24:13. So we said fuck the world. He that shit to the end. The world said fuck us. Shall be saved. So we said fuck the world. Fuck the world. The world don't love us. No. So we said fuck the world. Look, I know your kinfolk gone, but hold on. I know them lights ain't on, but hold on. Look, even if you feel you got nothing to hold on, I got a message. God said hold on to your sanity. I know you in a position that you ain't planned to be. With our lives, we're not addicted to gambling. You feel the pressure and the thoughts in your head are scrambling. You feel the storm getting closer. You feel like giving up before you even start, then it's over. You feeling like fuck it, you going through too much to be sober. Life is passing you by as you do this over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. Trying to make a change now. Instead of that, you fall a victim to the same now. Starting to find out that this life is not a game now. Back against the wall, couldn't run as the poor man screamed to the top of his lungs. Said fuck us. So we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us. So we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us. So we said fuck the world. The world don't love us. So we said fuck the world. For real. Look. Cover your eyes, don't wanna see the blood on the leaves. Bodies of eyes innocently hanging from trees, floating in screens, blood in the water, blood on the altar. Still don't believe justice is coming. Heavenly Father, did not Christ say vengeance is mine? Don't even bother. When he return, it's gonna be slaughter. Ooh, I know you don't wanna face it, but what's real love sound like hatred. And you gotta be fucking crazy if you think they gonna get away with killing all them babies, feeding them to alligators. All the women that was raped, the transatlantic slave trade made us build a nation that we can't partake in. School to prison, pipeline, mass incarceration. All the lives that's been taken, hated to love it. You only talk about forgiveness cause we never get justice. I think you really reluctant. I remember hearing a hood nigga say all the shit he would have done if he was living during slavery. Look what's going on today, and you ain't doing the damn thing but putting shame on your ancestors' name. But who's to blame? All these drugs, pills, weed, beans, lean, and cocaine. I get the feeling that we living in a big dope game. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world said fuck us, so we said fuck the world. The world don't love us, so we said fuck the world.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group 5 for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm throwing them up, Patron, premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas feel like a tire, but down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. When that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fair
riding in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I did it, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank food there, I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not self. When you dropping that fire, pressure smash, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch. Don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' see for what time it is. I pop out like well, I got time to kill. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray aloud. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I see a man reach out to God before he died. Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
Mama, I got a lot of shit to cover. Look, Shalom, Israel.
We back at it.
Shalom, Israel. We back in the building.
No, man. We the ISUPK. We started out in 1 West, 100. Salakia. We the ISUPK. We started out in 1 West, 125th, Harlem, New York, 1969, under Commanding General YAHANNA. The ISUPK is not affiliated with no fake Israelite groups, no Christian church, or no Muslim mosque. It is not the truth unless it's under Commanding General YAHANNA.
That's right.
I'm Precinct Officer 50 Marwasar. Now I'm in here with my Ottawa Precinct Officer 50 Ayashla. And this right here is the Paterson Class. And today's topic is going to be on Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people is about to go out here and celebrate this pagan holiday called Mother's Day. It's a goddamn pagan holiday. It represents a deity, a Roman and Greek god by the name of Rhea. And we're going to pull it out. We're going to pull out some clips and articles on it today. And I don't understand why you've been having looked this up and synced it. It's all over TikTok. Brothers that's not even in the truth are on TikTok talking about how evil Mother's Day is. I got a clip. I got a clip with a whole Edomite, pale-faced white woman who did a whole story on how Mother's Day is a pagan holiday. But some way, somehow, you dumb Negroes is going to find your way out there, right, and buy flowers and turn your mama into an idol. Because that's what it is, idol worship. That's what Mother's Day is. You're not celebrating your mother on that day. You're cursing your mother on that day. So, like you, sir, you get that.
Rockethal, also Dunya, and we got Precinct Officer Gun in the building, and young man Hector in the building as well.
Lord of Christ, my Lord. Lord of Christ, my Lord.
Like you, if we get a chance, those Quark Bowl wanted us to cover something that just happened in North. I'm gonna pull that up. We'll take care of that later on in class.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, sir.
What's going on with you, Adawan?
Man,
hit me with it. I'm ready for it. I can hear it in your voice.
Man, the best thing going in this world, the best thing going and the only thing going is these classes, and that's it.
Damn right.
All right. Salaki, before we get everything going, I'm gonna pull these scriptures. Exodus 34 and verse 14.
Exodus 34 and 14.
Yeah, y'all get your precept books ready. Now, I mean, this is in the King James Bible, 1611. The Bible that's all over your grandmother's house. Every nightstand that you let sit there and get dusty while you blowing that disgusting weed in the air. You got Bibles everywhere. When you go to that motel, that hotel, and you in there, right, and you're getting ready to lay with that tramp, there's a Bible right there on the desk. You can find this information everywhere. Let me give it to you. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 14. For thou shalt not worship other gods. Rhea is the Mother's Day god of fertility, right? She is a Roman and Greek god. So when you go and give your mother them disgusting ass flowers, you are sacrificing your mother into Rhea, and you're making her an idol. You're cursing her, and you're angering the Most High God. I'm gonna bring it back. For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous. You remember your grandmother in that church? There's a jealous God. So if you know he's a jealous God, then why your simple ass is going to celebrate Mother's Day on Sunday for? If you know he's a jealous God, because you're making yourself a God. You don't think you're making yourself a God? They're making yourself a God, and the sacrifice is them flowers, them balloons, and that disgusting food at the restaurant that everybody's going to take you to. You're sacrificing yourself into a God. And let me continue. Mm-hmm. whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. There we go again. He's a jealous God. Let me go on to 15. Let's now make a covenant with the habitations of the land. See, we here in disgusting America, and and the Lord told us, don't make contracts. A covenant is a contract. Let's not make contracts in this land of America. And they go and whoring after other gods. See, that's what we doing on Mother's Day. We're going and whoring after other gods. The god is Rhea, a Roman and Greek god. The Lord said not to do things like this. This is a pagan holiday. It is idolatry, idol worshiping, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one called thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. And there you go right there. This is in Exodus, the 31st chapter, 14 and 15 verse. Now, I mean, Mother's Day is a pagan holiday, and it's an idol worship holiday, and it's a sacrificing holiday, and it goes against the Most High God. Sir, you have them articles queued up? I don't care which one comes first, but right after you sent me the ones about your MLB show you about to start, right on top of them, right on top of them, it's three Mother's Day, right? And what I just said,
the
and
last
all
one that you sent me, that one serious, looks serious too. But I see these right. I got one of them queued up right now.
All right. Now, all three of them is going to say the same thing that I just read right here in this Bible and broke down. It's going to say the same thing. All three of these videos, and it's this education.
Ooh, I already see it.
You already see it.
Hey, hey, Melsar, you already see you cooking with grease already, brother. I slow down. You know what I mean?
Man, it's gonna be a great show, man. It's gonna be such a great show. I'm making myself nervous.
Hey, I'm right here with you. I got some scriptures lined up. I got one in the clip right now for you, and it fits right with this article too. Said, did the ancient Greeks celebrate Mother's Day? This is gonna be a good one. All right. Let me get started. I got a precept after I read this. The ancient Greeks revered the mother and honored her as the giver of life centuries before Mother's Day became popular in the West. Mother Earth, Gaia, wife of Uranus, was the personification of nature that gives birth to everything, and she was worshipped as the ultimate deity. Gaia was the ancestral mother, sometimes parthenogenetic, of all life. She was the mother of Pontus, the sea, from whose union she bore the premortal sun, the premortal sun gods, and of Uranus, the sky, from whose sexual union she bore the Titans, themselves parents of many of the Olympian gods, the Cyclops and the giants. See, but all of this is Greek mythology. I don't think this is
Greek mythology. Now get down. It's going to get good. It's going to get better.
All right. Rhea was also
What? Go back, sir.
Rhea.
Say it again. Rhea. Didn't I tell you it's the worship of Rhea? Continue.
Was often revered to be as Meter Theon, mother of the gods, and there were several temples around ancient Greece dedicated to her under that name. Pausanias mentioned temples dedicated to Rhea under the name Meter Theon in Anigyros and Attica, Megalopolis and Arcadia, on the Acropolis of ancient Corinth, and in the district of Keramekios in Athens, where the statue was made by Padias. The center of worship of Rhea was, however, on Crete, where Mount Ida has said to be the birthplace of Zeus. Reportedly, there was a house of Rhea in Knossos.
All right, sir. We could stop on that one. We could stop it. No, we proved our point already, right? I ask you, brothers and sisters, or something, right? I just gotta ask you, brothers and sisters, a question. And you know it's gonna be harsh and slick because that's how I talk, and you just have to deal with it. You know what I mean, I got men over me you could call and take me to counsel about. You know, I don't care.
Just
what
don't get us no shit on YouTube. That's all.
What the hell is wrong with you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? This information is literally on that goddamn cell phone you got. It's on Google. But you know what you do? You want to watch Love and Hip Hop all day. Watching all these sorry ass hoes shake their nasty behinds, the same ones that's going to be out here celebrating that pagan holiday called Mother's Day or Whore's Day. Worshiping and sacrificing themselves into an idol. The education is right there in your face, but you're being ignorant. I'll tell you this right here. When the Most High God is angry and he kills your mother in a car accident on Mother's Day, don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say we don't warn you. When you on your way to that nasty ass, disgusting restaurant and a tractor trailer side by a 6x9 tractor trailer flip her ass all the way across off the globe, don't say you were not warned. The Most High God is a jealous God. So when you make the Most High God in the heavens angry, he will destroy you. He will destroy you. He has mercy on you for a while. You know what I mean? He has mercy on you for a long time. Eventually, mercy runs out and it's time for judgment. This information is literally easy to come across. Easy. I'll put this information together in like 2 or 3 seconds. Now, you tell me you're smart and you're educated. You can read, you can comprehend. According to you sisters, you the smartest damn thing on the planet. Even though we know that's a damn lie. No, but that's what you say. And you don't understand that you're sacrificing yourself to the white man's God. Romans and Greeks are white people. You say black and brown pride. Black and brown pride. How do you have black and brown pride when you celebrating white people? Make it make sense, man. Rhea was a white woman that they prayed to and they worshiped her as a god.
Slacky, if I may, Mo. So what you're saying is so goddamn heavy. But what kind of behooves me, even though I know that's all part of Greek mythology, and this is mythology, like mythical creatures that you create in your mind, you know, stuff that you would see in Hollywood, not real, nothing based off the Bible of any kind. You understand what I'm saying? So this is all here, basically hearsay. But what you're saying is so damn heavy, and what I'm trying to understand is how can they make a woman a god or a deity and worship her if we come from the seed of the Father? I don't care what nation you are who your father is. Yeah, I sent you something that you have to look at it now.
I was checking also Dunya. He sent me something that was heavy that he put up, and they removed his post. And I want to touch on that later on too.
When you get a chance, I
can't get to it right now. You know what I mean? I can't get to it.
I sent you something this a minute ago. I was ordered to take it down like less than 5 minutes after I posted it, but I got the screenshot of it, so I sent it to you so you can read it for yourself. But that, you know what I mean? You'll agree. You'll see the text message, but that's neither here nor there. I got a precept for this for Rhea.
All right.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 30, verse 12. When thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord. When thou numberest them, that there be no plague among them, when thou numberest them. Meaning, you know, we come from the seed of our father. You understand? And the Lord also taught us to, you know, be fruitful and multiply, right?
Right.
And this and this topic that we're covering and these precepts is even another cut to Christians that shows it's lawful to have more than one wife. Because just to let you know, preaching officer 5,000 Yarash is going to be joining the class, and he's going to have a hot topic that just occurred like less than an hour ago. He had to just debate a Christian so-called female bishop or pastor, or whatever.
Oh boy.
That was trying to say the Bible doesn't say it's lawful to have more than one wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I sent him the link and told him to join this class because this is your wheelhouse right here. This is our wheelhouse right here. This topic. You understand what I'm saying? And the people have to understand we come from the seed of our father. That's why I say without take us to some of the children of Israel after their number. You understand? When we go in a woman, right? It's millions of us swimming around in there, and only one lucky contestant makes it to the egg. It's like a race to the egg. You understand? It's a 1,000,000-man race to an egg, and whoever makes it to the egg first wins. You understand? Many will try to enter, but only one gets in that egg. You understand?
Right.
There's endless numbers of us. You can't put an actual number on it. You understand? But when we're doing it the lawful way within the nation of Israel, the Lord is with us. That's why it says that there will be no plague among them. You understand? When we dealing with other nations, we are plagued. You understand what I'm saying? When we dealing with these other nations and we laying with these other nations, we are plagued. We are troubled. We are cursed. The Lord is not with us. We as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have to understand, don't get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with looking at them, but we're not allowed to lay with them. Some of them look good, don't get me wrong, but we're not to lay with them. And for those that already got them, well, that's what you got it. You understand?
Yeah.
But we have to take accountability from before they become mothers. You understand?
Right.
See, the problem is we make poor choices in women. This is why these women look to be worshipped for Mother's Day. This is and the white man. Hold on, real quick. Let me get my point up. The white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Gassed our sisters up to put us out the house. This is why they look to be worshipped on Mother's Day and Father's Day, and got the audacity to sit there and say, "I'm the mother and the father." There was a post that was shared. I put it out. Dude on his platform told a sister, because she was like, "Yes, I'm raising 2 young kings." He said, "Yeah, you do what you can as a mother." She said, "Well, I'm the mother and the father." No, you're not.
Oh my God.
It is not biologically possible for you to be the mother and the father. You are the mother. You do the best job that a mother can do. But he still requires a man in his life to teach him how to be a man. You understand? You can't teach him how to be a man because you don't know what it is or what it takes or what it entails to be a man.
Right.
This is why women need to stop putting themselves on a high pedestal before they get knocked down and they get their feelings hurt. And we try to be nice about it, but they do it to themselves. For the simple fact, y'all look for all the praise, y'all want all the credit. Think about it. Everybody always buying their mama flowers, candy, talk about happy birthday, happy Mother's Day. What you ever get your father? What the fathers ever get? Other than a cold shoulder and maybe an honorable mention once in a blue moon. Like, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, like, our sisters, I don't give two shits about feminism. Slack you for the language, but I gotta say this correctly. I don't give two damn shits about feminism. Y'all got some goddamn nerve and audacity to talk this shit that you do and try to look for appraisal. Like you're worth something. You're not worth shit. You ain't worth a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. So what? You got your butt and your tits done. You still got a foul ass mouth. You still act like a goddamn immature, disobedient child.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
These women, these 304s got some damn audacity thinking they should be praised for Mother's Day when they ain't be mothers half the damn time anyway, because they still running out on Friday, Saturday, Sunday to the club trying to still be lit. You got 4 or 5 kids and you ain't even 30 yet, and you still trying to go get lit. You leaving your kids with your mother, and your mother ain't know how to raise you properly because y'all doing the same damn thing. This is why y'all raising monsters now like King Vaughn. You understand? Y'all out here raising goddamn savages, but y'all want y'all kids to praise y'all, give y'all the credit. Give you credit for what? Kicking their father out? Taking away structure and order from the household? How dare you? Again, the audacity of these women. It's asinine. And it's downright disrespectful. Shout out to Officer 5000 Uriah. She's in the building.
Yeah.
He'll be joining us. He'll be joining us soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the chat nice and fired up for him. Because he can tell you his hot topic going to have you stirred up. You know.
All right.
But
no,
yeah.
At first I was like, where my son going with this? Then I was like, oh, I see where he got. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, he's funny. He did a backwards pass. Know what I mean? He did a beyond the back pass and brought it back. I said, oh, I see where you going with it. All right.
Yeah, I did a little hesitate swing behind the back and right back. See, like, yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, though, right?
But you get it though, right? Like,
yeah,
it's a horrible vicious cycle that we go through as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, even my mother, I love my mother, but I will never tell her happy birthday again. I will never say happy Mother's Day again. I sat there and watched you put my father out the house just so you could bring another man in the house and do him even worse than you did my father. You kicked my father out because he had another wife. That's it.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, he had another wife, and yeah, he got high. But he still took care of me. He still made sure you ain't one for nothing. Up until that habit got out of control, he didn't deserve to be put out the house. And then you did my step-pops even more dirty. You know what I'm saying? And you left him for at the time a 27, 28-year-old junkie. You left him for a even younger idiot. And this shiftless Negro got high for the last 20 years, and that's why he dead now. And now you all alone.
Sheesh.
But you want me to say Happy Mother's Day and give you flowers and give you praise for being the F up.
Unbelievable.
I show transparency so that way people can't never say, oh, we always talking about others. No, we take it right at home too. You understand? Right. I talk about me before anybody else. I'm an example. I come from a broken home. I come from a single parent household. I came from a whore of a mother. Who mother wasn't a whore?
Yeah, you're right about that. You got a point there.
But they look for us to get them flowers and candy and say happy birthday and happy Mother's Day and happy Father's Day, like with the audacity. Like these sassy bitches out here got the game twisted. Slocky, I ain't want to ramble on. I was just trying to cover a couple of little bullet points for you.
No, sir. No. What you said is dead on, right? Now, what I want to point out is a lot of you Christians, right? Because I brought out the book of Exodus, right? A lot of you dumb Christians, simple-minded Christians, gonna say, many, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of respect. Many of you are in the Old Testament now. When you got hit with COVID and you see that the plagues was in the Old Testament, you start reading the Old Testament, but it's
I thought they
still
were New Testament Christians. I thought they were New Testament Christians. When they were battling us on the corner, they said we New Testament Christians. Y'all talk the Old Testament. We talk the New Testament. Now we hit them with their own stuff. Now they want to go back to the old. Now you want to go back to the days of old.
Yes, sir. They still, but we still have a couple of them. But the sisters that ain't supposed to be teaching, it's still a couple simple-minded sisters that's gonna say, well, that's the Old Testament. So we're gonna go to 1 John 1 and 8, man. Go to 1 John 1 John 3 and 8. Salakia. We're going to 1 John 3 and 8. Now this is in the New Testament. So this is in the New Testament. And it's going to say the same, it's going to be say the same thing, because what Exodus 34 and 14 was saying was, don't put no other gods before the Most High. That's a sin.
Right.
I mean, you brothers and sisters, put this in your precept book.
I like this one. I got one for you that's in the same wheelhouse. I got it.
Yeah, it's the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil. You celebrate Mother's Day. You are of the devil. Your grandmother is of the devil.
Right.
Your wife is of the devil. Your daughter is of the devil, because they're making themselves gods. It's idolatry. It's paganism. It's all over the internet, where you can see the research. You can do the research and you can see it everywhere. I'm gonna say it again. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this is the purpose of the Son of Man was manifested, meaning because of these sins was the reason why Christ had to come, because of dummies celebrating Roman and Greek culture, idols and souls, right? You celebrate goddamn Mother's Day, you're a damn sinner. That's according to the Bible. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of God was manifested. Now, I mean, you celebrate Mother's Day. You're a disgusting goddamn sinner, and don't look for no respect. Now, I mean, you Negroes, you weak ass simps, you go out there and you buy your whore ass mother some flowers and balloons. You a weak ass simp. I don't know why you buying that whore flowers and balloons anyway. You don't know who your father is. You don't know who your father is. Your mother replaced your father with like 10 other men, and one of them men molested you. You don't know who your goddamn father is, right? But you still gonna take that goddamn whore some flowers. Are you out of your damn mind? You're a weak ass simp. And when the Lord kill your ass too, understand that you deserved it, because you're a sinner. You can get your mother and your grandmother flowers any other time. Best believe I'm going to get my mommy some flowers. I love my mommy, Lavora. I'm going to get my grandma some flowers. I'm going to get my mommy some flowers, and I'm going to put $100 in it. It just ain't going to be this weekend. You feel me, sir? It ain't going to be, it's not coming this weekend, but she got it coming. She definitely got it coming, because I love my mother. Why would I curse my mother? Like you have for sissies will curse your mother, when the Bible said that it is a sin to do it. Right? I mean, he said it is a sin to do that. Right? It is a sin to do that. Right? You don't do that. You don't celebrate no pagan holidays. You celebrate pagan worship. Right now, I mean, you are against the Most High power. You cannot celebrate pagan holidays. You cannot celebrate that.
You're right.
That right? Go ahead.
Give me 1 second, and I got a precept for you. I forgot this. I forgot to send the class out to a few folks.
Yeah.
And this is another important thing too. We gotta make sure we sharing the class and sending it out to folks.
Oh no, they got it sending out.
This is why the viewers is growing.
Yeah, the viewers is definitely the viewers is growing. Here we go. Wait, you got Officer Rod, coming in and everything too.
We get more and more folks in here, a little bit at a time. That's all it takes. One class at a time. So, all right, I did that. So check it, right? We're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 13.
Salakia, so 1 second. Go ahead, hold it down for me 1 second.
All right, go ahead. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 13. As one whom his mother comforteth, if one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. We're not supposed to worship our mothers, right? If we're going to worship somebody, worship the creator, not the creation. You understand? The Lord will comfort us as long as we're keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord could give us comfort that mothers cannot. Yes, mothers are nurturers by nature because that's how the Lord created them. You understand? But we're to worship the Most High God. We're not supposed to worship our mother or our father or our grandparents. We're to honor them. But there's a big difference from honoring and worshiping. Worshiping the ground they walk on is putting them up here with God. You understand? But honoring them is giving them the respect that they deserve as your mother, as your father, as your grandmother, as your grandfather, and your aunt and your uncle, and so on, right? But when it comes to the Lord, we have to honor the Lord. Let me run the precept back for you, Moshe. This book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 13. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. And I was breaking it down like as long as we keep the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High God, he will comfort us. You understand? And the Most High God could comfort us more in more ways than a mother could comfort us. All a mother could do is give you a hug, a kiss, maybe fix you a plate of something of your favorite, and tell you everything gonna be all right. You understand? But if you keep these laws, statutes, and the commandments, the Most High God will comfort you. He will have his hedge over you as well and protect you. You understand? The Most High God will comfort you and protect you in ways a mother cannot. Which is why it's also imperative to have structure and order in the household, having a black man in every black home, having a Hispanic man in every Hispanic home, having a Native Indian man in every Native Indian home. You understand? Our reservations are utter chaos. The children is being abducted in alarming rates. The fathers is being strung out on alcohol and drug abuse. You understand?
Right.
They're being hit with famine and all types of stuff because though the land is deemed theirs, the government is making it impossible for them to sustain proper living conditions. This is why the ISUPK and the Commander General YAHANNA did a food and clothing drive on the Native Indian reservation. They didn't even have winter coats. You understand? Like, don't get it twisted. Them reservations get cold. Just like being in them deserts. Yeah, it'd be hot as hell. But when it's nighttime, it gets brick cold out there. You understand? It gets hawking out there. That temp drops. That sand gets real cool. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we're to worship the Most High God, not our mothers.
Damn right. Yes,
stop celebrating Mother's Day. Just like stop celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and all these other garbage holidays, because they all got bad connotations and meaning behind it. And y'all think it's something special because grandma said it's tradition. Your grandmama was a liar and she was wrong.
Damn right.
She didn't know no better. You understand?
Yeah. Salakia, sir. Now, I mean, I want to bring out the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 5. Y'all go get your Bibles, the ones that you got laying all over the room that you don't read, right? Maybe if you read them Bibles, your mother wouldn't be dying from ailments. You know what I mean? Maybe if you just read the Bible, right? She wouldn't be on her deathbed right now. Read the Bible. You can actually know what to do and know how to heal her. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 5. For their mother have played the harlot.
Say it again.
Wait. But this is in the Bible. For their mother has played the harlot. You know what the Lord said? Your mother is a hoe. A harlot is a hoe. You think we make this stuff up? You think we are disrespectful? No, you calling the Lord disrespectful. We pull this all out the Bible, right? The Christian church taught you that the Lord was a woman and that he was about being weak, moist, and soft and flowers, and he was about just loving and hugging and kissing and licking and all of this, and he'll forgive you no matter what you do.
If I may, hell no. In the book of Exodus 15:3, it says, the Lord thy God is a man of war. The Lord thy God is a man of war. And this right here says, what about that acting? And the Lord ain't disrespectful. The Lord is honest. He keep it 100. He let you keep know. It 100. Y'all women is harlots / whores / whores. Whatever you want to call it. Slores, whores, whatever, smorgasbord of whores, whatever you want to call it. That's what they is.
Yes, Salakia, sir. Let
it fly.
Yeah, Salakia, sir. This about to get deep. Listen.
Let's get to it.
For the mother have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done it shamefully. So it's saying that when your mother had you, she did it shamefully. That means that she must have had sex with somebody else before she had sex and had you.
Well, let's break that bar down, because that's a bar. It said when
that's a bar. You hear what the Lord? You hear what the Lord is saying?
He said that he that shamefully. Think about it. Think what shamefully is, Marvin Shaw. Shamefully means.
Salakia, sir. 1 second. She that conceived them have done it shamefully. Yes, sir. Shamefully.
Did it shamefully, meaning this ain't her first rodeo.
She always do it.
Meaning she done been off the porch, down the street, around the Ave, and back again a couple times.
Damn.
You understand? That means she been around the block a few times. If she been off the porch, down the street, and around the block a few times, that means she conceived shamefully, because you wasn't the first man to be her husband, because sex is marriage. You understand?
Sex is definitely marriage. You cannot be. This is another thing, sisters. And I'm gonna tell you this because you think I don't love you, but I love all y'all with the bottom of my heart, right? You cannot just be having sex.
In the chat too.
Shout out to the sister from Virginia Beach. Yeah, sis. Yahweh Shema Alatah Hashem Yahweh Shah, sis. Right? You cannot just be having sex with anybody. You cannot do it. I know your mama taught you can have sex with whoever you want. It's your body. It's your choice. She didn't care. She was on drugs, smoking crack, and she probably was telling you to sell it to get what you want.
Now let's be clear. That goes for men too.
Let's not talk about the weak father. We ain't gonna talk about how weak your father. I'm gonna dig. Look, you think I'm just on the women, right?
Let's spin the block on that, but...
Sir. I'm on these simps. Hell today, right? And I dare them to say something about it. But we're gonna continue. Good night. I didn't forgot. Oh yeah, 5, right? Okay. For she said, I will go after my lovers. She said that she gonna go after her lovers. Let me bring this back. Hold up to get everybody caught up. For thy mother have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully. Meaning she always do it. Now I mean, you can't tell her nothing with her 10 ex-husbands. For she said, I will go after my lovers. She said she gonna go after her lovers and she gonna keep doing it. Meaning I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. You're getting ready to give some whore that says she's single and ready to mingle Valentine's Day's cards. You understand the Lord's going to kill her? The Lord is against her. God damn. Like, that is crazy. Nah, man, let me go ahead. That give me bread. You know what give me bread means? So that's talking about money, right? Mother's Day is about money. It's about manyan. You know how many of these simps, these simp coward losers are gonna go buy another man's baby mother something for Mother's Day just so he can get some of that Swiss cheese box. That called bach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that good old krabah.
Yeah, and give me.
That's that pelvic muscle in the Hebrew. You know, that's that vagina. Yeah. That's how we say it in the Hebrew. Krabah.
Right. That give me my bread and my water. That give her money. That give her bread and her water. Her money and her food. My wool and my flex. That's her clothes. My oil and my drink. This is who your mother is. This is who your mother is. Your mother isn't a married woman. Like you know, the black woman has a damn near 90% single rate. Why are you celebrating Mother's Day and you don't even got no damn husbands in the house? You know what I mean? Well, I think about it. You don't even have your kids' fathers is not even in the damn house, man. You feel me? I guarantee you, half of these sisters that's gonna receive flowers tomorrow, right? Their husbands is not in the house. The kids don't know who the father is. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But they're going to say, give me my flowers. You know what I mean? Give me my balloons. They want to be worshiped. Be worshiped for what? You're a disgusting bitch. You deserve to be hit by a car. What do you mean worship you? There's nothing good about you. And this is the Lord saying this. I mean, this is the Lord saying this, man. We sorry to give you the bad news and everything, but your mother's not a good woman. Your mother is not a good woman. She's disgusting. You know what I mean?
It's like if I may. Young man Hector had put a precept in the chat to further show that the Lord is not champagne and rainbows. He gave us the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2, where it says, God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. I like that.
Oh boy.
I like that one, and I'm gonna.
That's a hell of a precept right there. That precept is letting you know.
I'm trying to find a special place in my precept book to put that because I'm about to create a category for that one.
I mean, Salakia, right? I mean, that's a hell of a preset, right? That right there is just showing you that if you go out there and you keep celebrating Mother's Day, the Lord's gonna kill you. Or you're gonna kill your kids or somebody. It's gonna be some funeral somewhere. We'll be reporting them and talking about them. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna be saying nothing nice about it. Soon as I pull a clip and I see the news article and they say, 100 people got shot up on Mother's Day. Now, I mean, I'm gonna be like, good night. These are some stupid Negro kids, boy.
The thing is, we go through this every year when we
go through
this class.
They never do.
I'm always asking to pull up the statistics for scoreboard. Who got how many unallotments for Mother's Day and Father's Day and all of that?
Yeah,
without fail. Let's see.
Without fail. I mean, people fighting at the damn barbecue. Now, I mean, because at the Mother's Day barbecue, all the child molesters is there that didn't touch somebody that they never resolved from back in the day.
Right, because they still do it.
They just keep it quiet.
And now you got your babies around there and they looking.
And your babies just looking. And now they're gonna have the babies at the Mother's Day cookout doing the twerking to the sexy red dances or to the whole rilla.
I took the words out my mouth. Yeah, they gonna be sitting there singing. Got 3-year-olds singing "Sexy Red."
Yeah,
hands on your knees.
Hands on your knees into the box breathe. A 3-year-old and you simps. Oh my God, you simps. You goddamn sorry, soft, LGBTQ,
tender and moist
simps. You know strength in your body simps. You
They can't have no strength, Mama Son. They gave it
smoking.
to their woman. They gave the
Yeah,
strength to their woman.
they gave all their strength to their woman.
And that's
Now,
why
I mean,
they
they
walk
would.
around with that masculine ass spirit. And that's why they
Oh,
walk
man.
around thinking they rule something, because they be beating their man up. So that makes them feel like they masculine. They on top. Now they think they're a whole nigga.
Sir, they have no control over their children, right? They put their seed in some whore that's going to celebrate Mother's Day, that's going to have their 3-year-old daughter twerking, and there's nothing that they can do about it. And they're put on child support. Know what I mean? And they're going to jail for being on child support. And guess what else is going to happen? When that child turns 18, they're going to find out that child never was theirs. Happy Mother's Day, ho.
They better get their money back.
They're not even gonna know how to get they're not even gonna know how to get their money back. You know what I mean?
They better go get that refund.
She done took them to the cleaners, and she knew that wasn't his baby. She knew that wasn't his baby, but you know what? It was more of that simps. It was more of that simp's fault, because he knew damn well that sister be everywhere. He knows that she be in every county spreading her legs. What you think her girls do when they go outside?
But he loves her, Mama Son. He loves her because she only loves him. Them guys may be sleeping with my woman, but she loves me.
Okay. Hey, sir, what you think her and her friends be doing when they go outside late night smoking that damn weed and drinking? You really think they going to play spades? Yeah, they not going to play spades. Let me tell you, stupid ass simp something, man. Nah, I mean, Nah, I mean, you know.
They're going out to hibachi. That's where they're going. They're going out to hibachi with their girlfriends, and they getting that good old tube steak.
Hey, sir, they are going to every county in the state of New Jersey where their ex-lovers are at. They're going to pull up on their blocks, and they're going to reminisce on how each of these men used to run through them from back in the day. That's what they're doing, because you know your wife's friend is a whore. All your wife friends are whores. I don't give a damn if you say they married, this, that, and the third. These bitches is like 50 years old dancing the Glorilla. Who is 50 and dances the Glorilla? Child. You know what I mean? Child. You're gonna give her Mother's Day candy. You're gonna give that monster Mother's Day candy because some weak, stupid simp that didn't know how to put her in her place got her pregnant, and she destroyed his children. And this is happening. Look, sir. Look at the paternity fraud that's going on all over the world with these simps finding out that the kids don't belong to them.
I'm glad you said that, Marvisar, because let me tell you, I don't know if you remember, but there was an article. I don't know if you found it, I found it, or we bumped into it together, but it was a dude. We never covered it in class on Boots on the Ground, but dude was in one of those paternity court situations, right?
Yeah.
He was in the child support court, and the judge read the blood test results. It said that he is 99.999% not the father, and he is still ordered to pay child support for that child. And they're not married. He's still ordered to pay child support for that child. Why? Because they already got his ass in the system. They've already locked him up a couple times for missed child support payments.
You goddamn simps off. You goddamn simps are rainbows, man. Like you make me sick. You simps are rainbows and you make me sick, man. Let me tell you something about you stupid simps, man. Y'all love going in tuna with other man's mayonnaise in it, man. You're disgusting. That's the reason nowadays your woman is catching you in the bed with 2 other men. They are catching you in the bed. I never heard
that analogy before, Mama, so it's a lock you, but that was different. But you know, tuna unlawful.
Hey, tuna unlawful, but you know what I mean? We don't eat. Oh man, I mean, but you know what I mean? These simps is crazy.
But I got a precept.
Hey, all right, sir, take your precept, and then we gonna go to Numbers 1-18 next to figure out who the kids really belong to. Because we worshiping you, and these not even these women children.
I got you. It's the book of James, chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. Any gift in the world that you're supposed to receive comes from the Most High God. Y'all out here worshiping Mother's Day, wanting gifts from this person and that person and from this X and that X, when the only gift you need to get is from the Most High God. And that's if you're keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. And cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. The gifts only come from the Most High God, from above. You understand? That's where you get the gifts from. Because if not, you're dealing with oppression. And now we talking Deuteronomy 7:7, where it says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. You know what gift they talk about destroyeth the heart? A Mother's Day gift.
Mother's Day gifts.
Father's Day gift. A birthday gift. Getting gifts for Christmas. Those are gifts that destroy the heart. You understand? Getting child support payments. That's a gift that destroys the heart. You know why? Because it separated you and your goddamn husband, dummy.
Ooh.
It separated you and your goddamn husband, you dummy.
True. Oh my God.
I pray the Lord help y'all understand if y'all don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
so,
I'm gonna kick it back to you. I just had to click real quick.
Now, I mean, first and foremost, right, sisters? Those you conceive those children, but those are not even your children.
Right.
Those are not your children. Those are not your seeds. You just conceive them. We're about to pull it. We're about to pull it. What God said in the Bible right now. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. This is in the Bible, the King James 1611 Bible. This is not Officer Marwasaw words. I did not make none of this up. This is not my personality. Hell, I didn't even know this until I read the Bible. I thought the kids belonged to the mother. You know, I was taught by stupid Christians, but I always thought the kids belonged to the mother. But, you know, we're going to see what God got to say about that.
You know why? Because that's what we were taught. That's what we were always told.
You know, so listen, and it's the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees. You know, a pedigree. The lineage. Right?
Yeah, that proves lineage.
That proves lineage. So a pedigree, it proves the lineage of a child.
And also, that's how you trace the lineage of your dog.
Yeah, sir. After their families. So the pedigrees trace the lineage after the families by the house of their fathers, not the house of their mothers. They trace the pedigree and the families by the house of the fathers. House of the fathers. The man has a seed. I'm gonna use the analogy Officer Kashaka Ward said, right? If I put a dollar bill in a soda machine, right, and the soda comes out the machine, do the soda belong to the machine or do the soda belong to me?
Right.
Right? You sisters are the venom machine. The man goes in you and he puts the dollar in the goddamn soda machine, and when the baby comes out, it belongs to him. The Lord just said the pedigree is the lineage, and it all goes by the house of the fathers, right? Now let me show you, sisters, something. What makes you powerful? Because Lord knows you don't understand what makes you powerful. You're looking for power and you're looking for honor. I'm gonna show you what makes you honorable, right? This is what makes you honorable. You have the power to bring another man's generation back on the earth. When you give birth to another man's child, when you give birth to a man's child, You are bringing his seeds, his heritage, and all of his family members back on the earth. That is a lot of power, baby girl. Put in pop. That's a lot of power. You are responsible for bringing all of his family back on the earth. That's your power. You should embrace what your power is. But them kids belong to that man. You're responsible for bringing him and giving him kids. And this is why you stupid simps need to respect your sisters. You respect women by understanding that that the only reason why your family is on the earth is because of them sisters. So that's the power that you hold. That's the power that you hold. Now I mean that you bring men's generations onto the planet. But those kids belong to the father. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, and another thing, simps, that's why it is so simpy for you to be raising another man's child if he's alive and still on the earth. You got these simple-minded sisters that they get rid of their husbands and then they move in their new husband, and you give the new husband another man's lineage. How do that work out? He don't get no points by God for raising up another man's lineage. Why the hell you think?
I'm glad you said that.
Why do you think when a lion kill another lion, he kill the cubs off too? He don't want nothing to do with the lineage. But you know what you stupid soft simps do? You know what you stupid soft? You go and take care of other men's children. I heard of a simp, right, that was taking care of another man's kid, and the woman broke up with him, and he was still taking care of the goddamn kid. And the lineage don't even belong to him.
I'll do you one better, so that was me in the world. No, that was me in the world. I ain't gonna lie, that was me in the world for a lot of years, brother. That was me for a long time. Oh yeah. I don't help raise like 15 different children. That wasn't mine. Oh yeah, it happens.
God, like
real quick, let's salute our brother Officer 5,000 Yarash is in the building.
Oh, my Lord, Officer 5,000 Yarash. Yahabashim Yahushabrakatah, my Lord. Man, they should tune into my class, my Lord. Oh man, y'all making me feel like I'm getting up there. I'm moving up in the world. Salakia. But it is very simple-minded for you brothers to yearn to take care of another man's child. The only way you get praises from the Lord for taking care of another man's child if the brother passed away or if the man flat up abandoned his family. Right. And you got to study if the man really abandoned his family, because man, I bet a dime a dozen that whore put his father out. Yeah, I mean, I know 100 times out of 10 she tried to get rid of the father to try to replace him with a new father. I already know that. But let's say let's just say he up and left the sister, right? That's the only time that you will get actual credit from the Lord. You know what I mean? Because he walked away on his family or he died. If you are with a sister and she got all these kids by different men and you stepped in to have which was simple as hell, then you come in and have a baby with the woman and you're taking care of all them kids from different lineages that don't come from your bloodline that you're never going to get nothing for. You know what I mean? You are a goddamn retard. And guess what? And guess what?
Real quick, because I know see Rush one part to this. Real quick, do you remember the clip that we covered in Officer Dunya's class? There was a 19-year-old girl that had 6 kids and was pregnant with the 7th, and said she wants to get married.
Good night.
I just said she's 19 years old with 6 kids that she pushed out herself and was pregnant at that moment of that interview with the 7th one. And not with none of the baby fathers. Not near none of them.
So, Salakia, so she
kids, 7 baby daddies with none of them, and said she's looking for a husband.
She's looking for a husband, right? So, Salakia,
let that marinate.
Sir. So you mean to tell me she's looking for a man to come and take care of all these different men's lineages.
Right.
Like, the women you sisters are evil as hell. I mean, you sisters are evil as hell. We're not even going to get into the abortion rate yet. No, I mean, we
I
are
want
not.
to see if I don't want ready to get into
Go ahead,
this
my
topic,
lord.
since we already talking on the same topic. You understand? Whenever you're ready, my lord.
No, please. I'll let y'all know. I'm just listening at the moment. Let me catch up.
Oh, Connor, I want to comment, my lord.
No sweat, because I know you're ready to cook. You know.
Yeah, but this is just ridiculous, man. And that's not masculine, man. Whoever told these fools it's masculine for you to raise another man's kids, and that man is still on the goddamn earth, and as you can see on Facebook, you see these men trying to come pick up their kids, and they clashing with these brothers, having fights with these brothers, arguing with these brothers. It's a whole bunch of drama because this simple-minded ass sister decided that she wanted to go pick new husbands and new fathers for the kids. But you're going to go give her flowers on Mother's Day. Sisters like that start wars. Women like that start wars all over the planet. What made you think that if you had more than one baby father, that they were not going to clash and one of them could possibly unalive the other one? Your sisters are evil as hell, man. You call a spade, you're evil as hell.
Young man, young man Hector just gave me a good precept. I was just sitting here reading while you were saying when you break that down.
Okay, so you can pull the precept.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
Ooh. Sir, give me that precept again. I need that precept real quick. 1 second.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 44. Would you like to break that one down, out of one? I know you're getting caught up, but because we have a very well-seasoned brother in the building, you know.
Khan, go ahead and read it for me if you can. I can break it down.
Khan, it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying.
So now with that, slow it down for my taste just a little bit, right? So start from the top real quick. Just slow it down. Now behold, right? Now behold means this is what you need to look at, right? This is what needs to be looked at. Go ahead.
Everyone that uses proverbs.
So everyone that uses proverbs. Does anybody know what a proverb is? Officer Marisol, you know what a proverb is?
A proverb. I mean, a proverb is a byword.
Okay, I can take that.
Yeah, right. like in Deuteronomy. I mean, they've said that you'll be called. I believe it's a byword, sir.
I can slightly take that. Go ahead and give me the definition.
Definition of proverb: a short, pithy saying in general use, stating a general truth or a piece of advice.
That's what I want right there. This is a general truth that's being said. All right, meaning this is undeniable. What's being said right here. Remember, the Bible says in 1 Timothy 3:16 that all the scriptures of God are an inspiration of God. All right. So this right here is a undeniable truth. Go ahead.
Shall use this proverb against thee.
Against thee. All right. Against thee, against the children of Israel. Against the daughters of Zion. Go ahead.
Saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
Give the brother some time to come back. His joint messed up a little bit.
Saying, as is
you
the
can
mother.
Go ahead. If you got the precept, Officer Marisol, you can also
Come on, sir. As Salakia, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
So it said what?
Yeah, it says, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
Go from the top for me, since we're going to, since you just restarted.
sir. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
Now, everybody heard that saying that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Right.
You understand? You want, as a sister, you want to be careful how you raise your daughters.
Right.
And allow me to be very blunt and honest. A lot of our sisters are terrible mothers. A lot of our you back Ayash, most in Christ. I'm not sure if that was on my end or yours. Not sure.
No,
however,
I was here, sir.
Okay, no problem. So let me tell you something why our sisters have become terrible mothers, because they had terrible mothers, and from there, they had terrible mothers, and their mother's mother was a terrible mother, and guess why their mother's mother was a terrible mother? Somebody blow my mind. Somebody take me home. Go ahead,
because her mother was a terrible mother.
You're right. Yes, but give me more.
They weren't given the law.
No, not quite. Oh, so I was sorry. You give it to me. Bring me home. Why was their mother? Why was their mother's mother a terrible mother?
Because could it be because of Christianity and the father?
Okay, what father? What father? Listen, I was listening to your class. I was listening. So what father? What father?
Damn. The mother's father.
No, not quite. I was listening to your class. Listen, this is nothing that y'all never said. I'll give it to y'all for time's sake.
Okay.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
The devil, yeah.
You understand? Ye are of your father, the devil. Exactly.
Right. Exactly. I got to go to that. All right.
That's why our mothers and our daughters and our sisters are just terrible women. Allow me to break it down to you. If any of you women want to be a good mother, well, first you have to be a good woman. The foundation of a mother is a woman who has children. That's the foundation of a mother. So you have to first be a good woman before you can become a good mother. All right.
Right.
And so while you're on this Mother's Day getting all the praise, I forgot Mother's Day was this week or last week. I don't know. I forgot about it. But if you want to get all these gifts for being such a good mother, right? Even though we all know that you're not. We know, you know why we know you're not a good mother? Because you celebrate Mother's Day. That's how I know you're not a good mother. I know you're not a good mother because you are in the Christian church. That's how I know you're not a good mother. I know you're not a good mother because you sympathize and empathize with Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Lizzo, all the 304s and all the city girls, all of the sexy reds. This is how I know our sisters are terrible mothers. And guess what? Our oppressor made them that way.
Right.
Little do you know, you are the product of your father, the devil.
Right.
And these are not my words. These are the words of Christ. So if you have any quarrels with me, that means you have quarrels with Christ. And if you have quarrels with Christ, that means you have quarrels with the Most High God.
Damn
right. Continue reading out.
Like I got a precept that further help explain the difference between the women that are mothers now and the example of a good mother.
Now please get that, but finish out the scripture. I think there's a little more on that. Is there a little more on that?
No, that was it on that one.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and get that precept.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So now it says the aged woman likewise. If you say the aged woman likewise, this is referring to women who have wisdom. This isn't necessarily talking about your actual age, but this is talking about a sister with wisdom. Now, if you are a sister that's at a considerable age, and you may have some gray hairs, you should have some wisdom. You should, but you don't because of our oppressor. You don't because of Christianity. You don't because of a dream. Imagine that. Imagine our sisters not having the wisdom because of a dream. Because someone woke up one day and said, I had a dream that one day my brothers and my sisters will sit at the table of brotherhood. Imagine a dream would destroy the mindset of sisters. Imagine that. Imagine one man's dream would destroy the conduct and the behavior of a woman. Imagine that. No one would imagine it. No one would have thought it. But since 1969, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we knew that. We knew that a dream would destroy a woman. We knew that the Christian church is destroying sisters. We understand that the more we join ourselves to our oppressor, the more our women will become destroyed. We understood it. But the aged woman, likewise, if she had any wisdom at all, she would be able to tell you this. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, from the top, Book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness. Not
of what?
That they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
A behavior of holiness. It's almost like I knew the scripture. Oh my God. It's almost like I knew it. A behavior of holiness, meaning to be separate. Right? Holiness, to be holy is to be separate. Our sisters are nowhere near separate from our oppressor, not being separate from the customs and the culture of our oppressor. They hold on to their father's customs. They hold on to Mother's Day. They hold on to Sunday service. They hold on to Wednesday Bible night study. They hold on to being a hoe, a 304, a city girl. They learned that from white women. They learned that from Seesaw. They learned that from all the Lilies. They learned that from all the Skylers. They learned that from all the Laurens. They learned that from them. They were the original 304s. They were the original city girls. They were the original OF models. They were the original making explicit content for their husbands and other people's husbands in the entire world. That comes from Esau. That comes from Amalek. That comes from the Jewish man. And our sisters hold on to their behaviors, but they do not hold on to the behaviors that are holy, that come from God. Go ahead.
God. Not false accusers.
Not what?
Not false accusers.
I mean, you can't be a liar as a sister. You can't lie as a sister. You can't tell anything that's opposite of the truth. A lot of our sisters, listen, so many mothers right out there, no thanks to our oppressor, they lie to their children all year long.
Right.
They say they tell them that their father is this man when really their father was the man they had sex with 3 nights before the man that they told that boy who their father was. You understand?
Right.
These sisters lie to their children all year long. They tell them that some fat white man dressed up in red and white goes down a chimney, and you don't even have a chimney because the white man put you in poverty. You don't have a chimney. All you have is a porch, and barely that.
Project, sir.
All you have is the projects. That's all you have. You don't have a chimney like other people do, but you make your child believe some white man, some oppressor that's dressed up in red and white gets into some chimney or sneaks into your house and gives this kid gifts. This kid, this man gives your child gifts. A non-A student, a little kid who's bad as hell, who doesn't listen to their elders, who doesn't obey a damn thing. You understand? I guess that's who Santa Claus is giving gifts to. They lie and say, you know what? Every April there's a Easter bunny who lays eggs. There's a bunny that lays eggs every year, and they I guess they crap them out throughout the lawn and tell you to go find it. Sisters lie to these kids all year long.
Khan.
Go ahead.
Colonel Khan. Not giving too much wine.
And now what?
Not giving too much wine.
Meaning, don't be some drunk. Don't be some alcoholic. Know how to drink. Don't be that sister who drinks so much and slurs all over her words. Don't be that sister who gets so drunk, so pissy drunk, that you lay on another man's rod outside of your man's. You understand? That's what a aged woman would teach you. Instead, you know what your mother taught you? To get as drunk as you can and have sex with whoever you want to. You understand? And it's just a one-night stand. That's what Mother's Day teaches you. That's what these mothers teach you. Go ahead, let's finish it out.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. What's good? Anything that deals with keeping the laws of God. Not lying is good. Not being a 304 is good. Not being a OF model is good. Not abusing your kids is good. Not bringing your kids around random men you thought could be trusted is good.
Right.
Some of our sisters have been abused since the day they were born. You understand? Some of our sisters and brothers, but we're talking about sisters, have been abused since the day they were in the womb. How many of you knew that you can be abused in the goddamn womb? Imagine that. Imagine all of that. This is why Mother's Day is so evil. That's why our sisters are evil, because they have become the seed of their father. Ye are of your father, the devil, the greatest deceiver that has ever walked the planet Earth.
Damn right.
I'm not telling you anything new, am I? Of course not. Is that it on that?
God, it is more, but I'm a young man had to put out a precept. He actually brought out one of our throwback bedrock scriptures. He don't know this is one of our throwbacks right here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart bears is snares and nets, and her hands is bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Now say that one more time. Repeat that from the top, real quick.
Cons, book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
It says, I find more bitter than death the woman. The Lord warned us that there's something more bitter than death. How many of you lost family members? How many of y'all experienced losing a loved one?
Right.
Almost all of us here. All of us experienced losing someone, all right, to the grave. When it comes, and the Lord said, there's something more bitter than death, which is the woman. You want to talk about absent fathers? You want to talk about men that are not there for their children? Well, the Lord said there's something more bitter than that. There's something more bitter than a man not being there for his kids. It's a woman whose heart is with snares and nets, meaning she's an absolute trap. That, you know, a 304 is worse than an absent father. You understand? An OnlyFans model, a absolute city girl, is worse than a man that is absent in his child's life. Now, no one is saying that a man should be there for his kids. Just keep in mind, a man should absolutely be in there for his kids and raise his kids. But the Lord said there's nothing more bitter than death than a woman with the hearts of snares and nets. You understand? Our sisters been taught to trap brothers. You know what I'm saying? To trap brothers, ensnare them, to put them in a net. And they do it by using child support. They do it with them with the wedding ring and Esau's marriage. You understand? There's nothing more bitter than death, the woman with a heart with snares and nets. Go ahead.
And her hands as bands.
And and her hands as bands, meaning she's gonna hold you tight. She's gonna hold on you tight. You can be as absent. Listen, brother. If any brothers out there, go raise your kids, because no matter what, she's gonna hold you tight to it. She already trapped you. All right, you right, exactly. Alimony, child support. She has you. She has you in bands already. for 18 plus years. When you are a man and you have children, that is a lifelong decision because your children never not become your children. So just go ahead and raise your kids. Just raise them. Be there for your kids. Go ahead.
Right. If you're an athlete, half.
Half. Everything is half. Taking everything.
Yeah.
That's it. Absolutely. You better listen, brother.
An actor.
Half. Yeah, you
on top of the child support, on top of the alimony. She wants half and that.
Right.
We see it every day. Look at what Kanye went through. And still going through. And don't even see his child.
Absolutely.
Look at even though he's locked up for the heinous crimes he's committed, look at Diddy. Paying over $20,000 a month in child support.
Absolutely.
You understand? Look at Nas paying over $19,000 a month in child support.
Listen,
they all getting put through the ringer over child support. And the messed up part is 9 out of 10. I bet they tried to resolve this without having to go through the white man. I bet you they went to the sister to try to resolve it and salvage some form of the relationship so they could be cordial parents. But these sisters see money, they see fame, and they get greedy. And they get selfish.
And it's a lot, your brother. And after that, I'm gonna let Omar Rashad go real quick too. And listen, a lot of these brothers out here, just like them sisters, you're stupid. You're dumb. You're stupid, dumb, and you shouldn't even had kids in the first place. Some of these sisters a lot of these sisters get pregnant by the slowest men that you could ever think of. I look at some of these baby fathers that these sisters got, and I'm like, well, damn, you slow bitch. Why would you give it up to this moron? He's a moron. He's slow. He's an idiot. He's dumb. And you're angry at him? You should be angry at your goddamn self.
Right.
You're slower than him. You let him have sex with you. You let him break your back. You let him split you right open. And you didn't just have one kid with him. You had 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you chose 10 other slow ass niggas. Excuse my language. Oh my God.
It's heavy.
It's crazy. I don't want to hear it. The Lord said, I find more bitter than death the woman. Well, guess what? This is a precept from Yerushalayim. I've never found any woman as slow as I did. That's a precept. That's a Yerushalayim's precept out the Yerushalayim Bible. I find more dumber than the woman. That's my precept.
Right.
Go ahead, Mawasar. Go ahead. So like I don't mean to cut you.
Nah. Not out of him. Yeah, I mean, listen. You see that brother Anthony Edwards going down the same path. Now this brother, right?
He spent 1.08 million to get custody of his first child.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let go.
Hey, quick, brother.
Yeah. Anthony Edwards got a woman pregnant that's 20 goddamn years older than him. She's 20 years older than him, right? And he was still getting blamed. Now, in a way, okay, you know what I mean? He was like 19 years old. He was like 19 years old, and she was like 39, right? And he got this Kruger to him pregnant, and she got him on child support, right? And she moved the child support. See, in Atlanta, Georgia, right? She would have only got like probably a couple $100,000. She tried to move the child support to California, where she could take him to the goddamn bank for like $5 or $10 million. Diddy went and got another woman pregnant that has him on child support. See, these NBA players, they're slow and dumb. By the time they retire, all of these 304s are going to have their bank accounts empty. Look what happened to Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens made $80 million in the National Football League. His net worth now is less than $200,000. because all his baby mamas, and he got devil baby mamas, he got sister baby mamas, they took everything he had. So yeah, that's why I brought it out on these simps too. These stupid ass simps, right, are disgusting. Just like these whores that you are worshiping on Mother's Day. But this is where it gets heavy at. Who you think raised these simps?
God.
Who raised these simps? A whore that celebrates Mother's Day. Why? Because he saw his mama collect gifts from everybody. Right. He watched all her lovers come over and give up money. The plumber bought her money. The policeman bought her some money. 3 different drug dealers bought her money. So he said, well, damn, when I grow up, the goal in life is to have sex with women and to give him money. Now, because he's not in the ISUPK, nobody never told this moron that that's prostitution. Majority of your Christian marriages are nothing but prostitution because these idiots believe providing is a man giving a woman his whole paycheck. My rib did that to me. My rib came and took my whole goddamn paycheck last week. I said, man, you better not ever again.
It sure did.
You know what I mean? Bro, yeah, you remember, sir. You know what I mean? Because they believe in providing is money. So I want to ask brothers and sisters this, right? If providing is about money, then why is the Christian pastor's children destroyed? Kirk Franklin's son, so Kirk Franklin provided, right? So why is his son a LGBTQ coke sniffing suicide patient? His son tries to commit suicide all the time. That's providing. They say Carmelo Anthony's father provided, right? You know, they got a big house. They got nice cars down there in the suburbs of Texas. You know, everything's good. And what happens? His son catches an unalivement because he didn't teach him that the white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. That would have been the best providing that he would have been able to do. He didn't give him that knowledge. So now his son is on trial for the rest of his life, and his wife is standing in front of him speaking while he's crying in the back of her, which is against the Bible. Yes, sir.
That is so heavy. If in today's time providing means spending money, then why women usurp authority from men and they want all the money, but then if they're making more money than the man, they still want the man to spend all the money and don't want to give up the dollars. Because what they say in today's society is your money is our money, my money is my money. That's how these women talk. There was a clip where a brother took a sister out. I think it was like her birthday or Mother's Day or something like that, where they just went out to dinner. And he just tried to experiment. He had his wallet, but he was like, oh, I think I left my wallet in the house. I'm going to need you to pay for the dinner. She went off. Well, no, you're going to have to go to the house and get your wallet. Why can't you just pay for the dinner? You pay for everything. Exactly. So if I pay for everything, why you can't cover it this one time? I told you when I met you, I was not paying for nothing, this, that, and that. But then they showed the sister another situation where the brother's at the dinner table with the sister, and he said, babe, I think I left my wallet in the house. Can you cover dinner? She said, yeah, sure thing, babe, I got it. He was like, nah, I'm saying, like, you know, I left my wallet. I apologize. She said, no, it's okay. You always paying for everything. Let me pay for it this time. Like, they showed the difference between a ruby and a rock. And what I'm saying makes sense. And the problem is we tend to have bad judgment as men. And it goes according to what Marshall was saying, as far as a lot of us in the world being simps, being raised by single mothers, not having a father in our life, so we can know better. You understand? And it's a repetitive cycle that keeps going on and on and on. That's why you have sisters with 6, 7 kids with 5, 6 other baby daddies talk about she looking for a husband. Why are you not with the father of your first child? You understand? I never could understand for the life of me both of y'all. What I could never understand was how sisters could sit there and have no problem with sleeping with a brother, raw and everything, have his baby, but then have the nerve to turn around and say she can't see herself being with him. How can you see yourself having a man's child, receiving a man's seed, and producing life from his seed, but you can't see yourself being with him? I never understood that for the life of me. If you could withstand him enough to have the conceive with him and have his child, then why would you not be with him? You understand? And this is what goes to show a lot of these women are very strategical and tactical with their actions. We think they're being stupid or foolish. A lot of them is smart and calculated in these decisions. They think because they like this about him, okay, I'm going to have his baby because I got access to what I like, but I don't want him. They go to this brother. It's like they try to Frankenstein the right nigga that they want. They try to Frankenstein the perfect man from all these different men.
Right.
Anybody remember from that content I put out last month? It was an interview with Eddie Griffin and a scientific analysis, and they brought up statistics that women that sleep with multiple men receive all of their seed. Like their body is like a blood bank. It stores all that DNA inside of them.
Yeah, I read up on that too.
A woman will still have the seed from the first man that she allowed up in her up until the age of 47. So if that's true, and she started having sex from teen years to 47, how much DNA you think she has stored in her? And then women wonder why they can't explain why they suffer from bipolar disorder, PTSD, so on and so forth. Because you got all this DNA stored in you from being a whore and from being a bad woman and making poor decisions, but you want us to give you flowers and candy and praise you for Mother's Day when you wasn't even a good woman to begin with.
Right.
It's a joke. It's a joke. And the fact that the white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of, they encourage this type of behavior. They encourage this narrative. They encourage this agenda. And this is why it needs to stop. Because it's making our women even more stupid and making even more foolish decisions.
Right.
This is why they're so immature. They have the same mental capacity of a 14-year-old. Even General Muhammad broke that down. Maturity-wise, they don't grow past 14.
Right.
It's nothing personal, no slight to them. It's the fact that Eve ruined it for all of them.
Slakia, sir. No, I mean, what you just said was a heavy point, that they don't grow up past 14. That's why you have 48-year-olds and 50-year-old women dancing the Glorilla. That don't make no goddamn sense. Dancing the Glorilla. Like you are an idiot. No, I mean, you are a child, and you got 60-year-old women on Instagram naked. 60-year-old women on Instagram naked trying to catch them a hot man. Now, I mean, they've been having sex since the electric slide, and you still cannot keep a husband.
Since Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Since Earth, Wind, and Fire, the temptation, and you still couldn't keep a man. But you got a couple of kids, and you want to celebrate Mother's Day. But Salaki, I'm gonna go into the precept of what we're talking about. It's the book of Genesis.
When you're done, young man Hector gave us a precept as well.
All right, no sweat. It's the book of Genesis, the first chapter. Now the serpent was the most subtle beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And the serpent is talking about the spirit of the oppressor, the devil. The devil. Now, I mean, you sister's father. And he said unto the woman, this is what the devil said unto the woman. This is in the Bible. Ye have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Salaki, but of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, ye shall die. So this sister knew exactly what was going on. She understood the assignment. The assignment that came to Eve was, don't take your ass down there in the midst of the garden, right? Because if you touch that knowledge in the midst of the garden, you will die. But listen to what the serpent told her. And the serpent said unto the woman, surely you should not die. This is what the devil, this is what the oppressor tells her. Surely you should not die. This is the same person that told you to go abort your children. You should not die. But now you all got stage 4 cancer for having abortions. It's the same old devil. The same old devil. And I'm going to continue on it. For God don't know that in the day ye eat thereof, your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So now here you go. You have Eve, right? Eve, Adam and Eve run the earth. They're in a palace, a garden, and they're on top of the world. They don't want for anything. Life is easy. They're on top of the world. This is how you know you could never make a woman happy, right? Dumb sense. She had the whole world in her hands, and the heifer still had to go for more. She wanted to become a god over her husband. That's the reason why you don't know who the hell your father is. That's the reason why your father got thrown out the house. All the domestic violence relationships, all of arguments between men and women is because the woman is trying to be God, trying to be Lord over her husband, when the Lord ain't make it that way.
Right.
1 Corinthians 11:3 said that the man is of head of the woman, but Eve, she wanted to be over her man. And because she made that fatal decision and went and disobeyed her husband, guess what we had? Guess what we gotta suffer for? Because of you sisters and you weak simps. Because Adam turned into a simp and literally went and took the information when he knew he was supposed to report her to the Most High. He fell for the box. He fell for the box and he followed her like what you simps do. He followed Eve. Now we in hell. Now we getting hung by the Ku Klux Klan. Now we got to go to work and work 70 hours a week. Now we're getting oppressed all over the goddamn planet because of the curse of Eve, learning the knowledge of good and evil. We're in hell. And this all happened thousands of years ago. And it affects us today. Now you.
Damn right. And what you're saying is so heavy, Mama. So, young man have to, he be on fire with these precepts for class. Like he even allowed a kid leader, so he in the right place and he on point with us.
Yeah, right.
This the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Ooh.
Cause her to be a whore.
Ooh.
Lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
Ooh. Oh, that is heavy precept. You taking out
there's no great area in the Bible. It's either you do or you don't. Everything is clean, cut, and dry. Do not make whores of the daughters of Israel. You understand? Do not prostitute our sisters to be whores. And also, that means as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, don't be whores to the Most High God, dealing with these other nations and these goddamn heathens worshiping other gods. We belong to the nigga God.
Damn right.
But that's our God, and that's who we praise. We don't praise Dionysus. We don't praise Shiva. We don't praise Buddha. We don't praise none of them fake idols. None of them false idols. We praise Yahweh, the Most High God. That's who we praise. You understand? So when we say don't be prostitutes, don't be whores, that doesn't just apply to our sisters, but that also applies to us as Israelites. You understand? Because we're like the bride to the Most High. You understand? That's why I say that. That's why it says this. The Lord statutes and commandments is our first wife, is our first rib. You understand? We're like wives to the Most High. So it says, "Do not prostitute thy daughters to cause her to be a whore." Don't be a whore to these heathens. Don't be a whore to these false idols. Sisters, stop being whores in these streets. When you lay with a man, that is your husband for life.
Right.
If women knew this from childhood, they would make better life decisions when they grow older. Maybe they might show a little maturity. Maybe they might gain a little wisdom if they did. But like Ossie Rush so eloquently put earlier, our mother's mother was destroyed and didn't know no better, and was also a whore herself. So how can we expect the next generation to know something when the generation before it never was available, never was capable of teaching it?
Now, if I may,
Come on, sir.
like if I could, because I got to get out of here soon. But if I may, right? The Bible says, "Prostitute not thy daughter." And if anyone doesn't know what a prostitute is, think of it as a sister, a woman who has sex and has sexual relations with many men. All right. And of course, if any man who has any dignity, who's dignified, wouldn't want a woman who has sex with many men, because our men have been corrupt and surrounded by evil, disgusting, lewd-driven men, is why these men today, in these simps and these absolute morons, want women who have sex with many men. And so, what says prostitute not thy daughter? There's a way to teach your daughter to be a prostitute. There's a way to teach your daughter to be a OnlyFans model, a 304, a city girl, a streetwalker. Listen, Instagram, that Twitter, which is now X, the Instagram, Facebook, whatever these social media sites, TikTok has become the new streets, has become the new paths in the streets, in the corners for absolute 304s to make money. No matter what, it doesn't matter, no matter what social media platform you're on, there's some sister twerking, shaking her tail, and gratifying herself for her pleasure and yours. You understand? The Bible says, "Prostitute not thy daughter." There's a way to not make your daughter into something like that. There's a way. There's a way to teach your daughter to have some dignity and some respect and to be glorified as a woman. You understand? Something to be glorified and something to be taken care of carefully is something that hasn't been touched. If you want to be a good woman, don't be the woman who's constantly being touched, constantly being groped on, constantly being in and out of. Don't be that kind of woman. If you want to be a good mother and you want to be celebrated as a mother, stop being a 304. Stop allowing men having all kinds of access to you. You understand? Because the more men that have access to you as a woman, it's going to get old. It's going to get so old. Continue reading after prostitute not thy daughter.
Colonel Khan.
It's going to get so old. Go ahead.
To cause her to be a whore.
To what?
To cause her to be a whore.
That's what it's going to cost. You understand? If you keep allowing men in and out of you daily, yearly, monthly, whatever it is, this is what it's going to lead to. Go ahead, continue after whore, after 304.
Lest the land falls to whoredom.
Lest the land fall to whoredom. It's going to get so bad. It's going to get so worse that now, in order for you to receive any kind of pleasure, if you want to experience any kind of gratification, now you're going to need a woman.
Ooh.
Now you need a woman in order to get your rocks off. Ooh-wee. Listen, and some of you brothers, make this a lesson too. Listen, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we believe a man can have more than one wife. I pray that you understand. But brother, if you keep having sexual relations and disgusting sex with all of these women, it's going to get old. And your ride is going to take you to a place that you wouldn't even go yourself, which is in a man's mouth, in a man's behind. It's going to grow to the point where you're going to put an inanimate object inside of your rectum because a woman no longer gives you pleasure. I'm warning you now, brother. I'm warning you morons now. I'm warning you stupid bastards now.
Right.
All right? Come into this truth and learn how to be a good man. Just as much as we're telling women to get back here and learn how to be a good woman. So the land doesn't fall to wickedness. Go ahead.
And the land becomes full of wickedness.
Oh, Salakia, that was the next one. Salakia.
Just a little bit.
I jumped the gun. You understand? So the land doesn't fall to wickedness because you are an absolute wicked moron. You understand? Because you don't know how to move. You're so lust driven. And let me tell you why. Someone blow my mind. Why are men and women so lust driven? Why are they so driven, so lewd? Before we get out of here, or before I gotta get out of here,
because Adam and Eve ruined it for everybody.
Go ahead,
yeah, man. Because man, these brothers and sisters, man, because they have so many people around these children, they get touched on, man.
Y'all just said it, Mama Saw. You said it. Why are our brothers and sisters so lust and lewd driven? Why? Want to give another shot at y'all?
Because all right, we're so lust and lewd driven because the white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and they
give him a hand because he's the most subtle beast of the field. That's my answer. He's the most subtle beast of the field. You want to know what you are? You're a goddamn beast. When you're lewd driven, when you're lust driven, and you're going after 304s and city girls, and you become a 304 and a city girl. You have no conscience of what you do. You have no conscience what you put in and out of you because you're a goddamn beast. Just like your oppressor. You're a beast. Beasts don't give a damn who they have sex with. Beasts don't care what they eat. Beasts don't care where they sleep. A beast will lay in its own feces and sleep in its own piss. You understand?
Right.
That's the LGBTQIA plus community. A male beast. Let me tell you something. I was breaking this down to my rib earlier. A male beast in the wilderness, in the jungle, in the Sahara, a male beast will dominate other male beasts for control. Well, guess what? Your uncle was abused. Your uncle was dominated for control. It was called bucking. Look it up. Go. You want to know why your uncle molested you? You want to know why your daddy was, having sex with you when you was a little boy? Because his father's father was abused and was dominated by our oppressor because our oppressor was the most subtle beast of the field because he's a beast. And he wanted to make you out to be beast just like him. Well, guess what? Don't be a beast, black man. Don't be a beast, black woman. And if you're Latino, Native American man and woman, don't be a beast like them Catholic priests. Don't be a beast like the Pope. Don't be a beast like your oppressor. You're more than that. You all right? Now I got to get out of here. Salakia.
All right, no sweat, sir. The water from popping in. Yeah,
no sweat.
About the thought, sir.
Yeah, how about Sim Yao Shah broke a thumb?
I'll give you a call, sir.
Now, young man Hector gave me another good precept, Mama Shah. The book of Jeremiah.
Salakia, sir. I gotta get my Proverbs 31 in real quick.
All right, before you get the Proverbs, because I know you go through that whole damn chapter. Let me
I'll start at 10.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 24. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear, but walked in the counsels and in the imagination of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. These sisters are backwards. They move backwards. They don't, and think about that. They hearken not. They don't want to do what they're told. They don't want to listen to their man, let alone the Most High God, right?
Right.
Nor did they incline their ear. Meaning they're not giving up their ears to listen, even though they got to realize you got two ears and one mouth. They rather use their mouth and run it rather than let their ears do the work. And it say, but they walk in the counsels and the imagination of their evil heart. Meaning they walk in their selfish and wicked ways and don't have thought. You understand? They move recklessly. Right. They moving because they going off their feelings. They going by what they feel.
Always.
They feel some type of way. That's why they feel some type of way, because they lead their life through their feelings and not living using logic.
Right.
And it says that they went backwards and not forwards. They moving backwards in life and not forward, but because how are you in your late teens, early 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, so on, and you're still acting like you're a teenager? Mentally.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. These women, a lot of these women in the world have the mental capacity of a teenager.
Right.
And for that, this is the reason why they fall short every time. This is why they will never get the man that they actually rightfully deserve, because they don't deserve a good man. They deserve exactly what their attitude allows them to receive. You understand?
Damn right.
You still got articles or whatever, but I know we ain't got time to really get into them. So we'll save them for another for part 2 of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we'll cover them next week.
No, not Salakia, sir. You know what? I gotta pull up that I do gotta pull up that article with that Christian woman running her mouth.
This one?
Nah, not this one. The one at the end. The one at the end. But I'm gonna run do this real quick. I'm not gonna do that many, and then we're gonna put
this one.
Yeah, that right there. Yeah, we're gonna do that one in a second, sir. Right?
Okay.
All right. Now, sisters, right? If you want to be honored and you want to be respected, and honored, this is the way. This is how you're supposed to be in life, right? Celebrating Mother's Day is not going to get you respected and honored. Just whore it out. But this right here is how you're supposed to be. When it's saying, who can find, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10, Salakia. It says, who can find a virtuous woman? That means that it's hard to find a virtuous woman. So it's asking a question, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. It's hard. It's hard to find a ruby. It's hard to dig up that diamond mill and find a ruby. It's hard to find a virtuous woman because everyone wants to be whores and celebrate Mother's Day and follow after the pale-faced oppressor, the devil, the serpent. That's why it's hard to find a ruby, right? But this is what a ruby does. The heart of her husband does safely and trust in her, so there shall be no need for spoil, meaning she's always there for her husband. If that brother lose his job, she got money lined up for him, so he don't got to go out there, rob a bank, commit a crime, or do something to another brother. She not going to call him some bum-ass nigga and kick him out the house. That's what women that celebrate Mother's Day do. And this is verse 11. I'm at verse 12. She will do him good, not evil, all the days of her life. Now and I'm gonna leave it, and I'm gonna cut it right there. She will do him good, not evil. How will she do him good? You're gonna make sure that you know that those is your kid's father. You're not gonna put kids on a man and the kids don't belong to him. You're not gonna put a brother on child support. You're not gonna break up a man's household just because of your feelings.
And not only that, you're going to be his peace. You're going to be his pillar of rest.
His pillar of rest. Now, you're going to be his peace and his pillar of rest. If you sisters can follow those simple guidelines, you will be honored, and you ain't got to worry about no one calling you bitches and whores. That right there is what makes you a virtuous woman. Learn how to move, and you will be worse. You will get glory. You will get a lot of glory. Men will look up to you then. That's all you got to do. Now bring into this, sir. This right here is not what you do, though.
Oliver Evans, this theologian, on a panel discussion on the importance of the black church, he goes and he says this. He says, I believe that the black church remains the influential religious and cultural institution despite its declining membership. Despite remaining influential, it remains to be seen how the African American Christian churches will come to terms with the growing distrust of religion among young folks. Given the challenges of civil rights, women's rights, and LGBTQ rights in the United States from both religious and political conservatives, these groups, as well as young folks, perceive conservative black churches as colluding with the forces. My Lord, my God, today.
Sir, what she just said is the church is declining. The churches is losing numbers. Everybody is spilling out of them churches, and the churches is at a low declining. And Barak Yahweh Yahweh Shah for that, because that sister is not authorized to teach. According to 1 Timothy 2:11 and 12. And thank God they're pouring up out of there. You got something else, sir?
God. Matter of fact, I'm too off. I'm writing some precepts down.
Okay, no sweat, sir. Know what I mean? But yeah, that sister's up there trying to teach, and she's not allowed to teach the Bible.
And she's supposed to be. That's not us saying it. It's in the Bible. It's in Ephesians.
That's in the Bible. It's in 1 Timothy 2:11 and 12.
Oh yeah.
Know what I mean? We don't make up our own words. We don't use our opinions. You know what I mean? We only go off of what's in the Bible. We don't know nothing else but what's in the Bible. Now, we might be a little hardcore with it. That's why some of you run away from us. But what we saying is true, no matter how we bring it out. So you brothers and sisters, Mother's Day is a goddamn sin. If you want to give your mother flowers or give her a present, do it on another day. Just don't do it on that day, because on that day, you're not honoring your mother. You're making her an idol, and you're cursing her to the Most High God, who's going to be angry with you. And with that being said, we the ISUPK. We start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. The ISUPK is not affiliated with no fake Israelite groups, no Christian churches, or no Muslim mosques. It's not the truth of the Bible unless you heard it from the ISUPK under Commanding General YAHANNA. I'm Priest and Officer of 50 Marbasar. My Ottawa Priest and Officer of 50 Ayashala. This was the Paterson Class. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in. Till next, shalom.
And make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the Sabbath service too. It's not for y'all. It's for the Lord. You understand?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. So when I get off of slavery and everything, I'm gonna see if I get in there.
But y'all make sure y'all tune in. If not when it's live, y'all make sure y'all check it out so y'all can learn how we do on the Sabbath and also learn a little Hebrew while you at it. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
All right, that's it, Israel. I'm out of here. Shalom.
Shalom.